Me and me came from nothing. I did hustle my own thing. Me I got. Hey, welcome back. It's your man EddyEd the Duke.
Hey, it's D for Dialogue. Folks, welcome back to the Holy Duo.
Yes. We're back with another episode 13, season 2. We're just keeping it rolling, man. If you guys like the video, man, smash that like button. If you like the audio version, rate us, do all that good stuff, man. We're on all audio platforms and also on YouTube in 4K. So check us out on both
Yeah.
platforms. And definitely share this content, all the good stuff that you like. If you want to hit us on the email, all social medias and everything to the links are down below. So go check them out if you want to find us on any platform. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe on YouTube. You know, get
Yep.
notified, and then
Yeah.
I don't know when, but sometime in the future we are gonna start going live. So turn on
Yeah.
post notifications so you know when we go live and you can join us. But without further ado, let's start off as we customarily do with our holy and demonic moments. HD, what's up, D? What's going on?
Let's see. With my holy moment, um, well, I will have to say this was a short week. What was it? Memorial Day weekend. So it was a 4-day week for work, and that was
Yeah,
great.
that
I
was
always
lovely.
enjoy that, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I spoke to a couple of people at this event that I went to talking about how, it would be great if America transitioned over to
Oh,
a
to a
4-day
4 day.
work week.
Somebody at work said the same thing, but
Man,
at the same time though, it's gonna be less. See, Kai, I be there by your side. It's gonna be less.
it's going to be less, but the quality of life would improve a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an interesting thing you bring up because the less money that people make, the economy has to adjust to it. Your local economy has to adjust to it. So the more money you make, the more things cost in your economy because money's flooding into the markets, money's flooding into the car places, and things are being bought. So the prices are going higher. But if people are making less, it's gonna be less expensive. But that's a transition that we have to make.
Yeah,
And
that
of course, it's not gonna
transition.
be perfect.
Yeah, and probably that. Yes. To what you said.
Yeah. Yeah, but what? So what? You like the extra work day? But no, it doesn't have to be. If you're on a salary, your salary can still be the same as long as you're producing the same amount of quality work.
Yeah, but for hourly, it's definitely affecting the hourly for sure.
Right. So then maybe
Yeah.
the transition should be for salary based people and not
Yeah,
hourly based people.
yeah, yeah. Because, but then again, is it gonna compensate for the day that you don't work?
What is?
So like, or okay, because salary is set, right? But
Right.
so I was just thinking like the day that you don't work, is that included or excluded with the salary type of thing?
Well, salary is this is how much I'll pay you for this position for the year. It's not how much I'll pay you per hour for the year.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
so it should
so
still be the
so
same.
so so just based on that logic, then okay, it won't change. Shoot, make it
Yeah.
3 days.
Okay, they see now you won't really get much work done.
Make it 3 days, dog. Shoot, I
Your
need.
work hours, huh?
No, go ahead.
Your work hours would have to go from like 8 or 9 hour days to like 10 or 12, man.
I need 4 days with my wife, man. 4
you know,
days.
what are you gonna do for 4 days?
Hey, bro, get out, travel, bro. What you mean? It's
You
a
know,
lot.
that would be a drastic change, but it would make the quality of your workers improve. People would be happy to come into
Yeah,
work.
people will be happy because they know that they're gonna have a long time off. you
Exactly.
know,
Seriously, man.
and probably PTO would be used less because it's so compact that
Exactly.
it's not even a hassle to work those
And
days no more.
PTO only accounts for like 3 or 4 weeks off of a whole year. It's bad, man.
Bro, the way that people use PTO at my work, bro, I would think they have PTO like for 2 months out of the year, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it
Right?
seems. I'm telling you, like, bro, it's like every week somebody's on PTO, bro.
I think they have it accumulated or something. Cause
Bro, I don't know, but they just popping the PTOs like boom, 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 boom. Like,
dang.
dang.
Yeah. That's
But
nice.
yeah, man,
That's nice. If we had a PTO for every Friday of the week, oh, that would be great. That would be
that'd be
awesome.
great, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro, wifey time, vacation time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be good. You're gonna have time to do that.
Community time. You could go do stuff with friends, your
Yeah,
church.
man.
Yeah, you
Yep.
could plan stuff. But yeah, man, that's how my week has been. That was a great convo. But how's your week?
Um, like hey, just like yours, quick. It felt very very fast and easy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my car was in the shop, so that's a demonic moment. My AC was not, like it worked. I spoke too soon when I told you my AC was working. Spoke too soon,
Uh,
but it did work for like a moment in the day, but then it stopped working again. So for the past couple days, it's been blowing heat. So I took it to the shop on Wednesday, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, and they've had it since yesterday. I just picked it up yesterday, but now they had to order a part for it, and the part came in on Friday or Thursday, and they started working on it right before the shop closed. Then they worked on it in the afternoon time, and they got everything done before lunch or during lunch. But I didn't pick it up till later on in the evening because obviously I don't have a car. Had to wait for my ride to come pick me up. So
yeah.
picked it up yesterday. But now everything's working great. Great AC because down south, bro, if you don't have no AC, you basically trying to lose weight. You basically trying to drive in a sauna. That's what you're driving in, basically.
You know, you say it down south. I will give down south the humidity. Y'all have heat and the humidity is what will get you. Oh my, because it gets hot up here, bro. Like someone has a magnifying glass on you as you're driving. Like it gets real hot up here. But y'all beat us with the humidity.
Yeah, we're
Let
more
me give you that.
moisturized. We're more moisturized down here. So
Yeah,
so
but
I
Ninja's still ashy.
nah, yeah. Bro, you still hey. And yeah, but the heat down here, bro, it just make you like you sweat so fast. Like
Yeah.
the amount of time and effort it takes for you to sweat is very small. You walk outside, I'm telling you, by the time you get to your car, you already moisturized.
Mm,
Already, bro. So
that's
that's demonic
annoying, man.
moment. But holy moment, the AC's working now. And another holy moment real quick is I was watching Andre Ward um speak on a sermon. And if you don't know who Andre Ward is, and for those who don't know who Andre Ward is, he's a pro boxer. Um Olympic titleman, um, and so on and so forth. He was even on the movie Creed for a couple scenes.
Oh.
Yeah, but the point is, I didn't know he was a Christian, and so when I saw the YouTube video about him preaching, I was like, oh snap, this guy knows God.
Yeah.
And for those out there who heard me say knows God, I don't mean just know that God exists. I mean that knows that's a Christian and
Relational. Yeah.
relational. Yeah, you know, does his thing, studies the word and all that. But he was preaching, and the sermon was great. I thought the sermon was pretty good, and it's just interesting to hear what he went through in his life to how he got to where he is now. Man, it's crazy. His story is pretty
Mm.
intense, but it just shows that God is working in people's lives that are in high positions, as well, and it's encouraging to see somebody in his field, like the entertainment space, even though sports is still entertainment, right? To come to that state of being, because we know a lot of people in that state of being don't care about God because they think and they feel that they have everything that they need. Why do I need God?
Of course.
and so on and so forth. But to see him Olympic champion, blah blah, and he's making money, to know who God is and to speak on it, that was like, okay, there are people that can be in the entertainment field and still be okay, because the stigma with the churches, if you're in the entertainment or this place, that place, Hollywood, New York, they assume you're of the devil or whatever, and that's not true. And so seeing that was encouragement, showing that, okay, it's really not true. Like, people are in there who are Christian and are doing things right. So I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah, but barely though. Barely.
Well,
It's very rare to find someone like that in the
well,
entertainment industry.
yeah. I think it's rare because, like maybe a lot of people aren't open, because I do think there are people that may believe in God, and may be Christian, that are scared to talk about it. So the rarity is people coming out and talking about it. That's what I think. I think it's more than we know.
Really?
Yeah, I actually think there's more than we know, but not a lot are confident for some reason. I don't know.
When you hear these different celebrities and people in the entertainment industry talk about the things that they talk about, that's what I mean. Not that they're there and they're afraid to come out, but not to bring politics into this, but some political perspectives are philosophical perspectives, right? And if we're talking philosophy, then we're talking from a somewhat from a theist perspective, meaning it has something to do with God or a God. So some of these perspectives that these celebrities or people in the entertainment industry are talking about, when they open up on their political perspectives, it gives you a sense of them not having a relationship with God. They just say they're Christians. You know what I'm saying?
Some people just be throwing, like, a lot of people just be throwing it out, but you could, just like you said, like, through how they speak, you can tell which ones know God for real and which one is just talking. A lot of times you can see it clearly. Yeah.
So then maybe the ones that do know God, as you're saying, aren't speaking up at all, because we don't really hear from them.
Yeah, they probably don't speak about it. Probably not, like, doing things like that, like, out in the open, to where we could be like, oh yeah, he's one right there, yeah.
Yeah, because they could, yeah.
Yeah, but we do hear a lot of people that say, yeah, God this, God that, but
yeah,
not.
Yeah, and then they say something crazy like, yeah, I was just talking to God this morning. Oh, okay. But anyway.
Yeah, man. So
that's cool.
Yeah, so that's my HD moments, man. Let's hop straight into the main topics of the day, man. If you're new to the channel, this is part where we just have a conversation. Don't forget, like D always says, D, hit him with the tagline.
Hey, man, y'all always remember we are just two guys having a conversation. Now, we're not professionals or anything of that nature. Just two normal guys. Imagine bringing your friends over on a Saturday to just eat and talk. You find out their perspective and opinion. If you find it worthwhile, you can take some gems from it and whatnot. But we're not here to advise you. You're just here to listen in on our conversation. And if you have anything to say or anything to contribute or something for us to talk about, drop it down below. We're ready to talk about it.
Drop it down. And with that, let's hop into our first topic. Hey, man, D, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
So this topic is a little bit interesting, right? I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. So we accept men not looking good. As a matter of fact, there are certain things about men that women celebrate that just don't make sense, like the dad bod. How does that make sense?
What is that, bro?
I don't understand it at all.
No, bro. And real quick, I just want to add something, because this is like yeah, I was watching something too. But let me say this point. Hold on, I'm putting the Charlemagne joint. Charlemagne. Because, like, I think ladies like dad bods because they want to be big themselves, or they don't want to be
held to a standard.
Because why? Because if you have a dad bod, you can't be talking. You don't got no six pack. You're not in shape.
Yeah.
So I think ladies, a lot of ladies that like dad bods, could be that they want to be in a position where they aren't checked on how they looked or
Yeah.
look. So they want the dad bod so that they can feel comfortable being as big as they want to be, or being big in general, or out
Yeah.
of shape, we could say. You know,
Exactly. Because in
yeah.
order to have a dad bod, you have to have a certain lifestyle. And that lifestyle
Ooh.
generally indicates that you are excluding the gym and you are excluding a proper or a more refined diet. So sometimes, a lot of times, also stress is involved. It involves kids, it involves family responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and some people lose sight of it. But I don't know why we celebrate dad bods. Um, where that standard comes from. And I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head by saying that, but I genuinely, I do think that some women are attracted to men who have dad bods. Like they like that,
Yeah. There's some out there like that aren't trying to
you
use
know.
it as an excuse.
Yeah. But then the interesting part is usually, so say a woman is with a man who has a dad bod and she's like, oh, I love his dad bod. I would put 100,000 million trillion dollars on this bet that if that girl were to go to the gym, exercise, be in shape, fix her diet, be the best physically, physiologically that she can be,
Uh
I'm
huh.
pretty sure she wouldn't like that dad bod anymore. What do you think?
Nah, I don't think she'll like the dad bod anymore unless she has like a fetish.
Yes. See?
Unless if it's like a fetish thing, I don't think she'll like it.
Yeah. So it okay. So then where do people get their beauty standards from if it's not what is naturally healthy? Where do people get it from?
Sorry, can I say something before you finish that question?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was watching the Breakfast Club, right? And they were asking,
Yeah.
what is your insecurity? And a lot of ladies were calling in talking about, yeah, my body, is my security, but I'm good now. And a lot of them was just making excuses, saying, I have kids, and let's not
Yeah.
let's not count it out like it didn't impact them. Okay, yeah, they had kids and they have kids, so they don't have time to do certain things. Okay, but
Right.
it was just like they were just Charlamagne was like, "Hey man, if y'all don't work, if y'all don't want to work out, just say I don't want to work out.
Yeah.
Stop saying all these things. Like, bro, they making it. I have kids, time, blah blah." And he was like, "Yeah, you make time for what you want to make time for, and that's true.
Exactly.
You want to
Right
make
on.
time to cook, you make time to cook. So it's not like you can't make time, just that you don't want to make time.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because it's really like they don't want to work out. They just don't want to
They
do it.
don't.
It's hard. They want to
Mm-mm.
do the easy route. Who doesn't want to do an
Yep.
easier route? But
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's that, and you know, don't get mad when you're not in the shape that you want. I mean, you could be. It's gonna be hard work, but you could
Yeah.
be in the shape that you want. That's all that I wanted to
You
add.
know, if you talk to someone who understands the body, they will tell you it's a combination of sleep, exercising, and diet. Those three are the building foundations of having a great body. So, obviously we know everyone needs sleep. It's better for you overall. When we talk about diet and exercise, that's where it begins to get touchy. The lady and I, my wife and I, we haven't been consistent in exercising for some time. And I will take the blame for that because the gym that we go to, it's an apartment gym. It's an apartment gym. So the weight cap is at 50 pounds, two 50-pound dumbbells. That's
Oh,
as heavy
really?
as it gets. Yeah.
Wow, mine go to like, bro, mine go at least like 90, 95.
Wow.
Yeah, mine
See,
mine get up there, bro.
see, and if you're a squatter, You wanna be able to at least squat, up to 100 or close to 100 as much as possible with one dumbbell in your hand. I can only do 50. We haven't been consistent in exercising for the last couple of weeks, maybe last month, but physiologically, we're not changing. We're not getting bigger. We're not getting more out of shape. And it's something that I always used to say is if you're not exercising as much, your diet is supposed to supplement or aid in you not gaining weight. So if your diet is on point and your exercise isn't on point, you shouldn't be getting more unhealthy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
yeah, and I think a lot of people, especially when they don't understand the whole thing, they emphasize one side of things, and and then they try to figure out like, dang, I'm doing this part right,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm probably exercising, but why aren't I losing weight? Or I'm eating correctly, I'm eating low calories. Why aren't I losing weight throughout the day?
Yeah.
When it's more than just eating, it's more than just sleeping, and it's more than exercise.
Right.
It's the whole combination, custom to your body and to how your metabolism works. So,
Yeah.
um, we all at some point have emphasized one area or only a couple, and not really
Mm-hmm.
seen all the things that impact it. Like
Yep.
so it's more to it than just you know one side or even two. It's other things that if you look at that impacts your results when it comes to that.
Yep. So, a lot of people are inconsistent with going to the gym, which is fine. At In more recent times, have going to the gym. Let me phrase that properly. It isn't until more recently that going to the gym is a thing. It isn't until maybe the last, I don't know, 50 years or something. Yeah, it wasn't until maybe 40, 50, 60 years that going to the gym was a part of staying healthy. Maybe 100 years ago, you have to go out to the farm. You have to walk to your nearest grocery store. There was physical work that you had to do. And also, you couldn't just eat whatever you want all the time. You had to manage your food. You can't eat all this food and then just
Ooh.
drive to the grocery store at 12 a.m. to get more food.
Oh my goodness. This is, this is bro, I'm just thinking about oh my goodness. Nah, but that's an excellent point because if you look at like I'm thinking about the Egyptian days, right?
Yeah.
Like back in the day where they were the pyramid days, bro, and even just thinking about the how they operated when it came to armies, they didn't have no gym.
No, no,
They
no
didn't
gym.
have no gym. What they did, soldiers, is that they had places to simulate combat. Like they
To
battled each other
train.
and they
Yes.
trained. But throughout
Yeah.
the so they either was training a lot and then working on stuff, or just working outside. So everything that they were doing was already physical. They didn't need no gym, and they ate much cleaner because they didn't have all these scientifically made things to keep things. So ways of eating was already different, and then how
Exactly.
they operated in life was very physical. So they
Exactly.
didn't need no gym. The idea of staying in shape wasn't a thing back then. I even wonder, like, if they were fat people, how fat were they? Like either they were definitely not doing anything because they probably were in a palace letting
Yep.
everybody else do something, or I don't know how people from the outside that aren't rich would ever be fat based on
Uh-huh.
how they operated because they walk and work for everything. So it's
And you know
tough.
what? That's a good point too, because in the Ghanaian culture, when you get married and your wife begins to become overweight, it's seen as a luxury. It's seen as you're rich. It's seen as you're wealthy.
Uh huh.
It's seen as you have food.
Ooh.
You see? So I think you hit that right on. Is the people in the palace, those were the people that were being overweight. And you know what? It was probably looked at as like a wow, like look how overweight he is. That looks so amazing
He
type
must be
deal.
having 12 turkeys a week.
Yes. instead of, whoa, what's wrong? His knees are done. If he gets injured, he's finished for like 3 years. You know, that type of thing. And science has really allowed us to see that. So my thing is, your diet accounts for what your exercise doesn't do. Exercise helps you build muscle, right? But when you're not building muscle, you don't want to gain fat. So your diet has to be able to help you not gain fat. Now, where do you get your beauty standard from? And why is it that, you know, women, it used to be frowned. It used to be a standard that women wore corsets.
Dang, hold on. What's a corset? You lost me.
Corset is the thing that they wear around their torso to help give them that shape.
You talking about the belt joint? Or no?
It's not a belt. It's like something they wear from somewhere like here. Sometimes it even helped their chesties come up, plump them up a little bit. But really, they wear it around here, and then they'll tie it in the back real tight.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it gives them that shape.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And nowadays, you'll have women say, I look good for me. And I think it's a luxury nowadays to take what beauty standard was and why people were doing it to it's about me and I'm doing it for me. Now, I think we've touched on this before. If every woman looked amazing in their own eyes, but whenever they go out and no one said a thing to them, or even their best friends didn't say how great they looked, do you think they would ask, hey, do I look good today?
Yes, they would. Of course, man. You know they would. Look. he was getting ready to smile. You know, man. What?
You know it.
I mean, of course. Like, they're gonna ask you, oh, what do you think about my hair? Or they're gonna ask, and yeah, ladies just are like that, man. They want you to see the thing that they've prepared. You know, whether it's cooking or whether it's cleaning. Oh, look, I cleaned the kitchen. Haven't you noticed? Like, they're gonna want you to notice what they have done to arrange or decorate whatever they've done. You know.
Now, if you dressed well and you went out and no one said a thing to you, wouldn't that be something we experience every day?
Oh yeah, but I mean, I don't know about other dukes. I ain't never experienced. Not just joking. Yeah, we experienced that. But I would say I do get complimented randomly, you know, unexpectedly, as well. So, if not majority of people, probably like a very minor, like probably, let's say out of 10, right? Probably I might get two or three.
A good 20%. That's solid.
A good 20%. You know, the minority will say something, but the majority probably will just pass by. You know, it depends on. Yeah.
And even when you do get that compliment, you're like, oh wow, thank you. Like, you weren't expecting it, right?
We don't go out looking for, oh yeah, I'm wearing this suit. What's up? Like, where all the ladies need to come rate my outfit. Like, we don't look for that. I think ladies, when they, you know, for instance, when they say, oh, I want to get cute, right? Yeah. What's up with this C? What's up with I want to get C word thing, right? I want to get C for. Oh, I want to get cute, right? Yeah. I almost punched myself in the lip for saying that. They want it's like they want people to know, like, oh yeah, she looking good. You know, They want them compliments, so they prepare themselves to get them. They set themselves, or they set their outlooks to get them. So, but guys, if we look good, we just want people to see us. But you don't gotta say nothing. As long as you see us, all right, you saw us. You know what I'm saying? You know. You saw it.
Yeah.
You saw the bust down. You saw the bust down wrist. You saw the crispy neck. You know what I'm saying? The turtleneck, whatever. You saw it. You saw my shoes.
You just saw it. That's it.
That's it.
That's all. So
You-
now I beg the question. We accept men not looking good. If a dude goes out in sweatpants and a t-shirt, cool, he's a guy, whatever, blah blah blah. Where did women get the standard that they have to look a certain way all the time? Why is that a standard for women? Where do you think that standard came from?
Man, that only makes me think of one thing. It makes me think of TV. It makes me think of TV music videos, celebrities. It makes me think of
Music
what.
makes you lose control.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it makes me think of the people that they admire, and a lot of the times, what's being shown on TV as this is the
Yeah.
style.
Yeah.
This is what is in fashion. This is the look that X and such celebrity is wearing, and she's like the
Word.
top. They consider her very beautiful. So I think it's
Yeah.
what we get from TV and what they tell us out in advertisement. They tell us, oh, you gotta be this for this new fashion
Yeah.
statement or this new fashion look. This is how, you gotta have the big buns for this. You gotta have the
Yeah.
big
Yeah. Yeah.
tops for this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a slim waist for this.
Mm-hmm.
Slim waist jeans, skinny jeans. Like
Yeah.
it's in the fashion. So the fashion, I think, molds the standard of beauty, which also affects the body's composition. Like you gotta be this size to be in this type of fashion group, and so on.
So let me, because we today women still follow the same beauty standards that women were putting on themselves 100 years ago. It just seems like they're doing it for themselves now, even though they're still trying to dress and look the same way. Not the same way, but they're still trying to look extra all the time, like women were back in the day. So I guess the question really should be, where in general does the beauty standard for women come from? Where?
I have no idea. I mean, to put it that
Let me
way.
put it this way. Do you think women came up with their own beauty standard?
Oh, so it probably stemmed from what they believe men like.
See, that's the only answer I can always come to. Back in the day, I'm not talking about like 1960s or something. Let's go further back so no one has anything to say about,
Back in the
the
day.
revolution is something. Yeah, like 200 years ago,
Okay.
women were picked for marriage based off of what they look like. Why does a woman need to look nice if she doesn't want to get married? If she doesn't want to get attraction
Oh.
from the other person? And I believe that has been lost in translation as time moves forward.
That's interesting.
Right? Because now women are going from, I need to look my best and present myself in the best fashion so that when someone sees me, they would approach me or speak to me. And we could talk marriage, we could talk relationship, those type of things, to I need to present myself in the best fashion so that I can feel the best way that I feel, because as you're saying, this woman looks this way and she seems to get attention from whomever that she wants. It's gone from serving a purpose to serving ourselves. What is the point of these beauty standards if it's just for yourself? For what?
I mean, shoot, that's an interesting way to bring it out from the ground, because now that's what social media is about. Look at me. Social media is about look at me. I got this. I'm here. I'm doing this. I'm look. So social media in itself is selfish. And
That's a
yeah,
good point.
man. And so coming from where you're coming from, it just fits in well with social media and how they operate. Is for self gratification. Pretty much from
You
others.
know, social media is the epitome of self gratification. You daggone straight. We were just looking at some big name people the other day and
Yeah.
looking at their follower counts. 388 million, 144 million. I mean, can you imagine waking up and looking at how many people are following you and looking at you on your social media whenever you post a photo? Thousands, dozens of thousands of
Oh
hundreds of
wow.
people are just liking it, commenting. Oh, you look great. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, will you just be with me? Oh, please, just breathe on me. Oh,
Hey man.
that how do you not how does that not become your standard of living when you're seeing these people being praised every day for something? A couple hundred years ago, if a girl is 16 or 17 and a good suitor pursues her, the first thing you think about is, wow, she looks so beautiful, he must love how she looks. Oh, her chesties look great. Wow, her dress is beautiful. Her hair looks great. That's why he pursued her, because that's how it worked. He pursued what he found beautiful, and then they got to know each other, and then they married shortly after. But now it's gone from beauty being what brings a man in to beauty is what just keeps me happy.
Oh.
You know? So beauty has just become
And
the
that's
standard. Go ahead, go ahead.
and that's why, and that's why when the beauty is no longer there, oh, let me get another one. That's young.
Man. See?
This ain't a box of cookies, man.
Nope. Nope. Sorry.
You get one
These
cookie
cookies.
out the box, bro. Stop being greedy, baby.
Anyway, man, that's my whole topic. I wanted to bring that. That was good. That was a good conversation. That went in deep, but I think it was good for us to verbalize some of these things that we're seeing and what the whole point of it is. But you got anything to say before we move forward?
Yeah, man. It's just interesting to see how things developed over time, and I wonder where we're gonna go from here. Like
For
pretty
real.
soon, what is social media gonna transform it? Because it's going to a different level. So what is it gonna transform into? We're gonna be a part of that, and well, might be a part of that. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but well, let's see where it
Yeah.
goes.
Everything goes back and forth. I think it's gonna go back to the whole modesty thing.
Mm.
And then it might get worse again. Because there's always move forward, come back a little bit, and then spring forward again.
Yeah, leap
You see?
forward and then, yep. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
that.
So
Well, let
we'll
us know
see,
in the
man.
comments, man. Let us know in the comments what you think about this thing, and where you think it's gonna head to, because it's always gonna be evolving into some other beast. So we're just waiting to see. But anyway, let's move to the next topic. Um, so we're both um, we're human beings, right? We're
I
human
think so.
beings,
I
and
think so.
we have relationships, different type of relationships: mom, dad, brother, sister, auntie, uncle,
Sometimes. Sometimes.
coworker, boss, whatever,
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
But let's look into relationships, right? Um, in romantic relationships. What is a
Okay.
healthy, what is healthy communication in a relationship? How is it done correctly?
Hmm.
You know, we think about the do's and don'ts all the time, um, in combination. But just what is healthy communication in a relationship? What are some I guess things over time you've seen, experienced, and then learned, I guess, from others that you would deem healthy communication.
Shoot. Man, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, bro. First of all, let me lay down the basics of healthy communication. Because someone may go, I've been married for 10 years and my wife and I just can't get along with our communication. Okay, cool. Again, this is just our perspective. We're just two guys having a conversation, right? By the grace of God, we would be able to give someone a perspective, a better perspective on whatever it is. If not, hey, cool, we're just having a conversation. If so, drop your comment below. Let us know. How many years does it take a child and the parent to get on a good communication level?
After,
Man.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
You after something bad happened, or just like as they grow up?
Yeah, bro. I'm thinking like in their mid-20s.
Okay,
That's
so
when,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? That's when a child of a parent really begins to understand how to communicate as a mature person.
Different levels, yeah.
Different levels. The majority of people, that's how I see it happen. When they graduate college, when they go out, start living their life, and then they're like, oh man, my parent is a human being just like me. Dang, like they've been through a lot. Wow, I can't imagine this and that. You begin to have a little bit more respect for them. So why is it that when you get married, people are looking for the communication to be perfect within the first maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years? You see what I'm saying? People put such a big standard on communication and they miss the patience part of it.
Oh,
They miss this is a long time that it's going to take for us to get on a good communication level. Let me tell you why. When you look for ways to communicate better to your significant other, a lot of times you'll hear, well, how do they want to hear the message? How do they receive the message? That is how you should be talking. I've never seen a fruit tree that grows fruit a certain way just because we think it should be sweeter. That doesn't happen, right? You have to learn how to eat the fruit. You eat the fruit long enough, it's going to taste just fine. You see what I'm saying? It's something that you have to grow an acclimation to.
you know, D loves you know, he loves pairs of kiwi. I don't know if you've seen pairs of kiwi. He gotta have them in twos. You know, he likes he likes them in twos because they just remind him of something that he's always around, and you know he has to have them in twos. If it's not in twos, it's a no do. So I just wanted to let you guys know that those are the type of like any fruit shaped in a oval circular. You get
Dang, man.
put them in pairs. Put them in pairs, guys. Send it over.
All right. That was a quick break. You gonna cut that out, right? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cut that part out. So where I was going with this before we got sorely distracted by our advertisement. Let's see. Where was I even going, man?
Dang, man.
Oh shoot.
I'm sorry I got you all your mind on your favorite things. This is not intended to let you get mesmerized in all the fanatical combinations. You know.
Hey man, come on, man. Let's get serious on this, man. This is a serious topic, man.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
So let me see if I can help you come back to center. You know, you said a lot of people want things to happen quick in the relationship realm, but it takes a long period of time.
Yeah. So some people may laugh at me and be like, oh yeah, he's young. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I actually found that communicating the way that you want to is the best way to communicate. Some will say, well, what if the other person doesn't receive it well? You have to change the way so that they receive it well. Yes, but no. How is it that you're 28, 29 years old, communicated a certain way your whole life, and now because you're married, you have to change how you communicate overall? That doesn't make any sense. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Unless you have a toxic communication style, like yelling at your partner, talking down to your partner, those type of things are toxic, right? No one will hear that and be like, oh yeah, great. I'm used to you.
So you're saying, okay, you know, if it's not toxic, then it should be okay.
No.
Okay.
If it's not toxic, it should be refined, not changed. Someone will say you have to change the way you communicate. Say,
And okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you in what ways is it changing?
Good.
Yeah.
So say you're working and you're frustrated and your significant other walks in the room with a whole bunch of questions. Oh, let's do this. It's just bombarding you with a whole bunch of stuff and you're frustrated and you speak out of frustration. You offend them. They're offended.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't speak out of frustration just because we want to offend people, right? That's not why we speak out of frustration. In the moment, you speak out of frustration because your mind is trying to focus on something, but someone, not because they want to, but someone in your mind is distracting you. It continuously moving you out of the road that you're in. They're just so much stuff is going on. So you speak out of like whatever you say comes out as, hey, I'm trying to focus on this. What do you want? Like, can we do this later? And it's understandable. Frustration is understandable. Maybe out of speaking in that level of frustration, you just say, I don't really have the time for that right now. Can we talk about this in a little bit? That's it. That's it. That's all you have to say. You don't have to change how you're like, hey, babe. So like right now I'm really busy and I know you have a lot of. What are you talking about, man? Get out of here with that.
What you talking about out here?
Right. That I think a healthy form of communication can be straightforward in the sense that you communicate exactly what is going on. You don't have to butter it up. That's healthy. What's unhealthy, because here's the problem with that. Once you begin to form this whole idea of a healthy type communication where you have to form things and say things a certain way, when you're really, really, really frustrated, you're not going to start to think about all the things that you've learned about communication. You're going to speak the way that you want to speak. But if you're speaking the way you want to speak, but you're speaking it directly and you're not being toxic about it, such as yelling, such as yeah, abusive, those type of things. And these are virtues that you have to develop as a person. And you developing these virtues doesn't necessarily mean you're developing the way that you communicate. You're just developing your character. That's why developing virtues as a person is so important, because your character comes out in every which way, right? As Christ said, it's not what goes in that makes a person, that pollutes a person. It's what comes out, what is coming out of you, right? So speaking directly, and I think that kind of communication is healthy because it fits many different kinds of personalities. No one has to form sentences. So I think that kind of communication, to your point, it takes years to build and it takes years for the other person to get used to. Mm-hmm. You see?
Yeah, and I was thinking about, like earlier when you had mentioned it, I was thinking about like going back to social media, how not even social media, but like how things are forming now in this world where we have all these things that makes life more convenient, right? And it's quick and it's easy, like, instant gratification type stuff on Instagram or, social medias. Then you got the things you can buy and have it delivered, order online, bop, bop, bop. Everything's convenient, fast, quick. Let me have it now or never, right? I think it bled, and that's kind of the same formula that is happening with, as you said, evolving in communication in your relationship. Everybody wanted to be quick. Let me click with you immediately, or else it's not it. If you say something weird in the beginning, it's over. Like they're so quick to cut everything off, so easy, because everything is, I like it, I want it now or never. Yeah. Yes, not no. Load within 0.5 seconds. So there is this thing of it should be happening like this. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be something that you got to work at. It shouldn't be any bumps or bibbles, or if there's
Mm-hmm.
no if there's no bumps or bibbles, it must be right. You know
Yep.
what happened when the bumps and bibbles come? What is a bibble? The heck?
Hey, man, it is what it is, man.
Anyway, so to the point of it taking a long time, there is development. Even as your own person, you don't know exactly the type of individual you want to be before college. Most of the time, for most
Yeah.
people, it takes a while for you to figure out, oh, this is what I really want to do, or this is what I really like, or how do I want to, whatever XYZ. It takes is you learn those things as well. So why do you think you're gonna learn somebody else and have that bond union, no, like instantly, like completed? It's gonna take the completion actually never happens throughout your whole lifetime because why
Yeah.
you're always evolving and there's always new things, new challenges, new things to learn. So you do advance, but it's always something to learn, but to the point of having good communication is going to take long. It's not going to be a fast thing.
Definitely not, man. And like you said, I think social media is causing people to think that they have to communicate a certain way. You see, the thing with social media is it's a highlight of people's lives. I was watching this Jubilee thing at one point, and they had this girl speed date a whole bunch of guys, and she was looking through their phone of who they are. She got to the pictures of the guys, and she got to the picture of this one guy, and she's like, "Oh wow, his life is lit. Like he's always doing stuff. Wow, he's lit."
He broke.
On his face, he was like, "Okay, I mean, I guess I'm lit. Like, I guess my lifestyle is lit." She has no idea who he is. What do you? Her perception of him was already formed in her mind because of the pictures that he put online. Why? That is exactly what social media intends for you to do, though. That's the whole point. Is to look at someone and say, based on these pictures, based on where they're at, based on the people that they're with, their life is lit. I want to be with them in a relationship. I want to be friends with them. I want to hang out with them. That's it. That's all it is. So we don't get a realistic view of when a couple gets in an argument. And I heard this in a conference. Some couples don't talk for a week. Some couples don't talk for months until they figure it out and come back together and talk. That may seem unhealthy to people, but you just wait till you get married and then you get in a deep conflict with your significant other and y'all don't talk for weeks. Now, are you unhealthy and toxic? No. I think healthy communication builds over a certain amount of... Have you ever gone to a friend's house and seen how they talk to their parents and you're like, oh, that's weird. Like, why are they talking to them like that?
Yo, everybody had a Nick. Every black friend has had a Nick or Bob, bro. Went over the house and they went over there talking to their mom like a friend. Hey, mom, would you make us some sandwiches?
Yeah,
I'm like,
bro.
Am I on Earth, bro? You question where you are, like.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not, or this is a joke, but that just
For real.
the sentence he just said and how he said it was wild. Hey, mom, make us a couple sandwiches. We're hungry. Add the chips. Don't forget about it, or I'm gonna steal
like
$5
last time.
Like you did last time, or I would take $5 again.
Yeah. And the mom's like, okay, Fred.
Mom, Mom, you interrupted our game. Just put it on the table and get out of a room. First of all, I never experienced that, but some people can relate to that.
I experienced that, actually. I was riding home from a soccer game from my friend, and his mom was like trying to say stuff, trying to tell him stuff, and I guess he was frustrated. He was like, Mom, shut up. Like, can you just shut up? I was like, oh, bro, we're in high school. Who do you think you're...
Bro, even in high school, we don't do that to our parents, bro.
No.
Now to this
Excuse
day,
me.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
We have a
you locked in and you not doing that still.
yeah. We have a conscience. See, that's what I mean is developing your virtue and character for your benefit that
Yeah.
other people may benefit off of you. You know what I mean? If you're trying to become a good communicator so you can talk better to your wife, that's not going to benefit anyone. You have to benefit from you eat when you're hungry so that you don't snap at other people, right? You're benefiting yourself, and because you're in a safe position, now other people can feed off of you and be okay.
Hey, real quick, speaking on hangry people, man. I know some people that be getting hangry, like when they hungry, bro.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk. They ain't even hearing your sentences. Things they not responding. I'm like, bro, you good?
Uh-huh.
They as soon as they take a bite, now they want to smile and talk. I asked you 21 questions and none of them hit you. Or like
What commercial was that? Was that the Snickers
Snickers joint when they
commercials? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be a beast. Eat Snickers or something like that.
Those commercials are so true. But
Yeah.
if you're developing patience, see, and then we can get into the whole relational thing with God. But you know, there is developing it for yourself, for yourself's sake, and there is being developed for the glory of God. Those are two different things. But if we're talking about just being a good communicator, you have to develop that patience. Either way, either or, you have to develop it. And you know, how is it done correctly? It's done in patience. It's done with bearing with one another. It's done with, you're not perfect. I don't expect this person to be perfect. So, you know, we're just going to keep chugging through it and we'll get better over time. What you can't do is take a course on communication and become a great communicator. That even takes years. That person who's teaching the course, they took some years to learn fully how to be a great communicator. And even then, they still aren't perfect communicators. They are just a teacher of something they understand very well.
Mm-hmm. So
in the same way, yeah.
More of the story. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is it takes time to learn how to communicate specifically with the people in whom you need to communicate well with.
Yep. On both sides. Well, with that, man, we're gonna hop into our interactive segment of the podcast. So for our interactive portion this week, we have WWYD, and D, I believe, wrote this one out. So hit us with the WWYD.
All right, man. So you find out that a 20-year-old kid is in yours. And this question, I guess you could say specifically for men. What would you do if at 20 years old, the kid being 20 years old, you find out that the kid isn't yours? And what had happened was you and your wife, you guys couldn't get pregnant. So one day...
Why you snickered on that?
Huh?
Why you snickered on a not pregnant one?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, because this is a tough situation. I'm thinking of the scenario as I'm saying it. She couldn't get pregnant. And she goes to a sperm donation bank. And she gets the insertion. And she gets pregnant. But at the age of the 20-year-old kid, you find out it's not yours. What would you do? She didn't cheat on you.
She didn't. So in this situation, we know that she didn't cheat.
Right. That's what she tells you. She didn't cheat. She went to a sperm bank and got some.
I need to see the records of that order that you made.
It's been given. You have it. It's in your desk. It's in front of you, man. Forget about that, man. We know what it is. This guy's trying to do an
Yo, he
investigation, man.
just
Forget
skipped
about
this
it.
joint. He said, okay, it's there. Dang. So I got the papers now as well?
Yeah, you have the papers, man. You know that she got, from the bank. What would you do, man? What would you do?
Hey, look at why you smiling so hard. Look at this guy. You got to answer this too, so I'll be dancing next.
Man, I'm chilling right now.
I'll be dancing next. I mean, shoot, if I know already, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. But shoot, I love the kid all the way to 20. It is. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be that different.
What's not gonna? I mean, bro, your wife had a kid with someone else.
Nah, it was a sperm joint.
I know, but it's not your kid. It's with someone else. It's
yeah,
someone else's kid.
but it's no someone else though. Like it's nobody. It's just a formula.
Where did this sperm come from?
It came from somebody else, but that person is non-relational. You know what I mean? This is a NoSQL database right now.
So you're looking around whenever y'all go out to the grocery store and stuff. You looking at Juan over there. Your kid looks a little bit like Juan. Like, dang, man, is that Juan's kid?
First of all, if my kid was looking like Juan out the box, then I should know something is different. You know?
No, okay.
At that point,
all right. What about Jerome? Right?
See,
a little bit like Jerome.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't that bother you? Wouldn't that mess with you?
I think with anybody, it'll feel a little different. But I mean, I wouldn't do anything differently, except for it'll definitely hurt for a little bit, and definitely not feel good. But I would still love both of them.
Dang, your wife was lying to you for 20 years, man. She didn't tell you that was not your kid.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna take some time to heal from. It might take some therapy even. It might, but we're gonna get through it. It'll be a devastating thing to find out because you thought it was all organic from you.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt. Matter of fact, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time to heal. Yeah, it might take some therapy and all that because she lied, so that's gonna hurt.
Right,
lying is a hard stab to take in the chest. So
yeah,
yep. I mean, I would just take some time to do therapy and try to heal up because it's gonna do some damage. What about you? What you doing?
For me, yeah, it's gonna do a lot of damage because how do you look at your wife the same way after she lied to you like that? Like, dang.
Then you might be thinking like, dang, she said I was putting it down. Have I been putting it down? She, you know what I mean? So now all the other stuff is gonna be questioned.
Everything, man.
Yeah, you might have questioned. Dang. So that mean it's going to be a lot of questions that arises. It's going to be a rabbit hole of denial.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
It is going to go from, dang, I thought she wanted a family with me to she just wanted a family for herself. It's gonna be deep. It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt, bro.
Yeah.
Black hole. It's gonna create a black hole, probably.
Yes, it is. That's just a crazy situation. And then you bring the kid into it, and now their emotions are involved between the two of you. Because now, if you leave your wife, it's like, oh, y'all divorcing me because I'm not both of y'all's kid, and then it's gonna send a kid into a black hole. So you gotta tank that as a man. You gotta just take that punch. Yeah, that's gonna be a sacrifice of a lifetime.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, what would I do? I would my wife got pregnant through a sperm bank. Well, I'd be grateful that she didn't let Jerome poke her.
For somebody else entering, I'm glad that didn't happen. But
yeah,
it's still a hurt that I thought it was mine, but it wasn't.
I know the lie, man. The lie is what will get you. I mean, the relationship will have to be what it is for however long it's gonna be. If we don't talk for some time, so be it. But you just can't break that covenant. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a covenant. It's a covenant, not because you want to be married, but you are obligated to figure it out. So, yeah, I would stay with her. It's gonna be years of therapy, of counseling. Between me and the wife, between me and the kid, between the wife and the kid.
Wait, so you think you're gonna be mad at the kid or not like the kid?
You see, I wouldn't be mad at the kid. I wouldn't be. I couldn't bring myself to be mad at the kid. They didn't ask to be brought into the situation. It's the person who did it. That's where the issue is gonna be. But that kid is gonna be messed up too once they find that out. But yeah, this was a little bit of a heavy one, but
yeah man, you took us to these waters, bro.
Yeah. I would seek reconciliation, and that fits right into the communication we just talked about. It would take a very long time for us to get back to where we were, man.
Yeah,
take
man.
A long time, but yeah,
you ain't gonna believe that you're putting it down right anymore. Oh, that was great,
man.
Nah, I don't know if I did it great. Was it great? All of a sudden, 10 weeks from now, that's why I lied about, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, man, the steak was delicious, dear. Nah, it don't taste that good to me. What you? Why you? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know no more, man.
Yep. Everything is a question, man.
Hey, so y'all drop it down in the comments what you guys would do in that situation. What you guys in the situation, or for ladies. Well, ladies, I don't know how that would even.
If you were in the position of a guy, what would you do?
If you were in the position of a guy, yeah. Try to imagine that. Let us know in the comments, man. It's been another great episode of the Holy Duo Podcast, episode 13. Make sure you go to the links below to check us out on the other platform if you are on the opposite side. And also, if you want to email us, it's there. Social medias are there. All that good stuff, man. Yeah. We are done for the episode. It's EddyEd.
Hey, it's Dialogue, folksies.
And we're only holy
because he is. And remember, faith don't come expensive.
It's free.
It's free, y'all. Peace.
Yaga.